is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Good afternoon, it's Jack with you. Unfortunately, Swanee is under the weather and won't be joining us today, but that's all right. We're going to relive some of our highlights up until Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel at 4. Our good pal Sam Pang recently stopped by the show because he's hosting the Logies again in only like a couple of weekends. We're going to hear that before 3, and also we're going to chat face tats. And a lot of you have them, and a lot of you regret them as well. That's coming up on the Chrissy Swan Show.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We recently chatted face tats because of Post Malone.
The one thing I've never done is gotten a tattoo. I did want a tattoo.
You did?
That was part of my midlife crisis, but I think even then I knew that wasn't a good idea.
I really tried to talk you out of it, and I feel like I was successful. You wanted a little apple.
I wanted a little apple.
Yeah, bogan, no.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
bogan?
Yeah, a little apple.
Or I wanted the Latin for it is solved by walking, which I believe with every atom of my being, solvitur ambulando.
But you can just believe that in your head.
Well, that's it. You said to me, get a necklace, Toots. And I thought, yeah, actually, maybe I will.
Cartier love bracelet.
Get a ring. Why does everything have to have a label? Get a Cartier love
Because you're
bracelet.
Chrissy Swan.
Why can't I just go onto Temu and get it? Same.
Because it'll break within 2 weeks, and you'll get scammed.
I will not get scammed.
You have been scammed, and it's because of Temu. But
It
that's
wasn't
another
because
chat.
of Temu.
All right.
Steve O, who is a blast from the past. When was Jackass big? I'm going to say like 20 or 30 years ago.
I remember it when I was in primary school. I started prep in 2002, so I'm going to say around like 2000 to was the kickoff.
That is so long ago, and they're still doing stupid things.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's not only alive, he is now sporting an illustration of male genitalia over his eyebrow with drippy bits.
So like a willy.
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't have to say that. I said genitalia. That was all right.
Well, willy sounds nicer than genitalia. Genitalia is aggressive.
It always reminds me of Jenny and William. Like a couple. We're just going to go over and have a barbie at Jenny and William's. Genitalia and Willy. Anyway, and guess who did the tattoo on this old man's face?
Who?
Post Malone.
Oh, hello.
Post Malone, you can tell, would have been a huge fan of Jackass when he was a little kid.
Absolutely.
He would have loved it.
And loves a tattoo himself.
Yes, he's got a lot of face
He
tattoos.
does. They look great on him.
What do you think of face tattoos? I think that's a commitment too far for me.
See, I don't like them on the actual face, but I know people that have them like around the ear and right up the neck, and I think they look sick. Like, I think it really depends on the person.
The first time I ever saw... Oh, God, I love this song.
I know.
The first time I ever met someone with a face tattoo, and this is exactly my prejudice about this sort of thing. Not my prejudice, but my worry about other people's
Getting them.
judgment. Yeah. So you see someone with a face tattoo. What's the general consensus?
They've been to prison. Is that what you mean?
I don't think everybody thinks that that's the general consensus.
Drug dealer.
No.
What's...
No, like a rough, tough person. Like a violent, aggressive...
Yeah, okay, that.
You know, yeah, that's what you meant. That's what I think. I see someone with a face tattoo and I think you want to punch me and others, right? And it's no big thing to you. You assume violence.
Yeah.
The first time I ever met somebody and spoke to somebody with a face tattoo was at a radio, like a prize winners function at the MCG.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember?
Yes.
You were there.
I do. It was 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I remember that. I remember so vividly now that you say that.
Did I do something wrong?
Not at all.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the fact that I was talking to this lovely guy, Nathan his name was. I remember it.
Good memory.
And no, because he was so sweet and gentle and he had face tattoos all over. And my honesty and candor, you know how I just have no filter.
Just say it, yeah.
There was a slight lull in the conversation and I said, how are your face tats going for you? How are they working for you?
And what did he say?
And he said that it wasn't a great decision.
Oh, Nathan.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And I said, you're so gentle. Why would you want people to think that you're not?
Surely he can go into Priceline and get some foundation to cover that. Do you have a face tattoo? What is it?
How's
Do
it
you
going
regret
for
it?
you?
How's it going
How's
for
it
you?
working out?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
At Priceline Pharmacy, members get more. Sister Club members enjoy $5 rewards vouchers, exclusive goodie bags, special member offers, and more. Remember to scan your Sister Club card every time you shop.
Shop, scan, reward, repeat at Priceline.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We are currently chatting face tats.
I definitely don't have a tattoo anywhere, and certainly not on my face, because I'm sure I would change my mind about that.
Yeah.
Steve O from Jackass series, he's not going to change his mind, or maybe he will. Post Malone laid him down. Why is it always a Chesterfield couch at a tattoo parlour? Why?
It must just be in the criteria of opening a tattoo parlour.
It's like when you register your business name, the government sends you a Chesterfield for your tattoo parlour.
Right? And I know this one's not that colour, but I feel like often they're like a deep burgundy.
Usually they
yeah.
are. Yeah. Anyway, Steve-O laid down and got a doodle on his face thanks to Post Malone.
Are you nervous? First time?
A little bit, yeah, dude.
Very experienced. I love you, Steve-O.
I love you, Austin.
I'm going to start with the part closest to your eye.
I would say start with the balls.
Ow.
Yeah, that's...
You got it. You ready?
Yep.
That was a very weird exchange.
It was.
And then at the end of that exchange, Steve-O has a doodle, like it looks like it's drawn in Bic.
It does. It's
By
very...
it looks like it's drawn by the school bully. That looks like a joke. I don't like it.
I would have thought Post Malone would be better at tattooing,
I would have thought
given how
so
many he
too.
has. Also, what a great actual name Post Malone has. Austin Richard Post.
That is such a great name.
13 24 10. We want to know, do you have a face tattoo? Do you regret it?
Is it Janae?
Janae.
Janae, tell me about your... Is it you? No.
Yeah, it's me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I have my daughter's and my son's names down the side of my face.
Down the side.
Yeah, it goes to my cheek, like my jawbone. Sorry, from like my sideburn to my jawbone. But my son's father wasn't too impressed when I come home. But
I've never seen that placement. Could you send us a photo? I'd love to.
I can. I've never really had any bad comments, but that because it's in Old English writing. But I definitely wouldn't. I'd probably give you a kiss before I'd punch you. So.
But don't you worry though about people? I mean, look, I don't care what other people think, but I know that other people do.
Well,
And
no, not really.
No?
I find that if you're confident enough to get a face tattoo, then you're confident enough to not really give a shit about what
that is
anyone
true.
says.
That is
Retweet.
true. What are your
Yeah.
kids' names?
Leela and Archie.
And what happens if you have a third one? Is it going to go in the middle of your chin?
Well, I do have a third one, but he's on my shoulder, so don't ask me why I decided to put the other two on my face.
I'd feel ripped off.
You're going to have to get.
He
You're
does.
going to have another baby so you can get the matching shoulder.
Price,
Get that one on my forehead.
Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Janae. Anon, quickly.
Non, hello.
Hi, worst move ever. There's so many other places to get a tattoo on your body. They blur. It looks awful. Every crim druggie I know has had a face tattoo, and then just the worst move ever.
That's why I was so surprised when I spoke to this gentle, lovely young man. And it wasn't just like he had like a, you know how the hipsters have a star or
Yeah.
whatever. No, it was a proper scary tattoo.
Yeah, that's surprising. Anon, we're
Yeah.
going to give you a Priceline pharmacy voucher.
What's your job, Anon?
I'm a nurse, so I see tattoos everywhere, and they do blur. So these girls get these lovely tattoos, roses down the side of their face. Within 5 years, they blur, and then when they come to me when they're 50, believe me, they blur.
Say blur again.
Oh, God.
Let's go to Cara Swanee. Let's finish with Cara.
So maybe it's one of those things where the generalisations are there for a
correct.
reason. Cara, your hubby has one.
Yes, he does.
So what has he got?
He's covered from head to toe.
And what's he got on his face?
So he's got like a little anchor, which was like hilarious, like a little joke. And then he's got like some little dots. And then he's got like writing on his jawline. But he has a beard, so you can't really see it.
But I love tattoos.
Do you have a favourite one? Like, do you spend? I imagine that if I'd ever had a boyfriend that was covered in tattoos, I would just spend hours just looking at them all. Yeah, like Animalia. Do you remember Animalia? The picture book. Yeah. He'd be human Animalia. So where's your favourite?
Probably we've got 3 children, but 2 children's portraits he's got on one arm. We've just got to find room for the third, but he hasn't got actually any room left.
See, that's what happens with the third. They get nothing.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Unfortunately, Swanee is under the weather today. She should be back with us on Monday. We're reliving some of our best bits, and one of those bits is one of the funniest men in this country.
What a thrill. Sam Panger's joined us.
Yeah, it's big.
He's a great friend of mine and Jack's.
Who's that?
You.
Hey, this is Naked.
Yeah.
Good, Pangy.
Oh, I'm all right here.
He's really getting into it.
Hey, but I am feeling sexual.
Yeah.
You know that.
Well,
you both know that.
You should get sexual then. That's what she says anyway.
What's this bit? What are you doing? Jack hasn't told me what we're doing. Why am I sticking around?
I'll tell you what you're doing. We're talking about the Logies. You were just announced as the host again. Everyone's thrilled because you are the best thing about the Logies.
Small sample size.
Are you going to do a new suit? Are you going to get a brand new suit made? Because you should.
What was wrong with last year's?
Well, I know that you were trying to rewear it, but I'm really against that.
Yeah, funny. They said...
Why would you be against that?
Against me getting a new...
Yeah, nobody cares.
Well, so the one I had last year, right? I thought that's the first time I've ever worn a tuxedo, ever.
Yeah, you looked beautiful.
Thank you. And then I have not worn it since.
No.
So I said to Jack, well, maybe I'll just wear it again. And then...
Absolutely not.
No one would know.
Fleece Channel 7 for their cash and get a brand new suit that he gets to have for you, like the Spring Carnival.
The only thing Channel 7 are doing lately is just the suit was a throw-in. There was massages and there was steaks and all that stuff. But nothing, other than that, they've been pretty tight, Swanee. I don't know
where are those funds going?
Anyway, I'm getting a new suit, so that's good.
They really love you, don't they? Hey, I knew that you were going to come in a couple of weeks ago, so I thought...
Yes, I know.
Why
Sorry
flick
about that.
through some bits and bobs.
Oh, yeah?
And something popped up just to clarify for people that aren't from Melbourne. Pardon me. Sam and I worked together for over 7 years together on the Melbourne Breakfast Show. So we know each other well, and
Absolutely.
There's lots of history there.
Jack was there the whole time as well, all 7 years.
Yes,
with
all
Jonathan
7
Brown.
years,
But yeah, we weren't national. We were just Melbourne.
You know,
it suited me fine. You obviously, you're obsessed. You want a bigger audience. You want national for some
right.
sweet Nova coin.
Or maybe I had a year to go on my breakfast contract and I had to work it out. Okay, so I was searching my email
Very
account.
cheeky today, Swanee.
And, no, this is me now.
Good.
This is me now. As I was saying, I've got less Fs than I've ever had to give. So I was going through my email and I found something that I had forgotten, an exciting opportunity. Don't you love it when publicists send messages going, I've got a very exciting opportunity?
This is for you. They've sent it to you.
For you and I, but I found the evidence of it.
Oh.
It was from 2016.
Yes.
8 years ago.
That's our first year together.
Did you know that you and me were offered roles on Neighbours?
What?
I know. I'd completely forgotten it.
What do they want me to move into Ramsey Street and buy a couple of houses as a Chinese investor? What was the role, Swanee?
Sadly for you. Oh my God, I haven't.
What do you mean we were?
This is so funny. Okay, you ready?
Is this true? Is this real?
This is legit.
This is real.
From the writing room at Neighbours.
So I am Julianne Wargren.
Well, that's hard to believe.
And then there is Frank Terminelli, which I believe is you. Are you ready?
What do you think? What the ethnicity is that, Swanee? I like to get into character. I'm going to do some accents.
You wait till I get to the notes. Wait till I get to the notes.
Go,
Penny.
give it to us.
I think that's him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me see what the third one is. Yep. Frank, 40s, is a seasoned investor who's been... Racial profiling.
I know.
Is a seasoned investor who's been a part owner in Lassiter's for 10 years.
Now he's going to open up a laundry.
Since Therese, began branding the hotel as a more family-oriented accommodation option, he's been impressed. Please note, Frank Terminelli can be changed to be any ethnicity.
This is great, Swanee. Well, I will change it to Japanese.
Yes, please.
Because I want a bit. I've got range. I can do, I can do accents. I can do the eyes.
So there you go.
Can I have a look?
Yeah. I'll give you the whole
And did you not? Sorry, I was not in the
and
microphone
this
anymore,
one.
Jack. Did you not bother replying to that
I have
request?
no memory of it, to be honest.
It's always been a dream.
Just a little character note for me, Julianne Wargren. Julianne Forties is a dynamic, confident businesswoman who is the type of woman that gets other people to call up and demand her portrait is taken out of a gallery. Okay, go. All right. You have a look. You have a look. You can take that if you want because,
So just Julianne.
Yeah. And then you're
Wargren.
Frank.
How did you come up with that name? You're not a Wargren.
I don't know. I've
And
got no idea.
seriously, I was going to be the role of Frank Terminelli.
I believe so.
That would have been
As in
brilliant.
Terminelli illness.
The Terminelli.
All righty, Pangy, we're going to finish with a
I want to play one more
game.
game with you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great.
And now it's time to play Blankety Blanks.
I'm bringing it back, Pangy.
There's long talk breaks here. I'd listen to this show for the music.
Way too. So does everyone. Way too long. All right. So we know that you love Armie Hammer. You are a big supporter of him and his career and his extracurricular.
All I'll say is there's two sides to every story. And I'm not saying I'm pro Hammer, but let's just wait till the dust is settled.
Well, it's good that you came in on this day because he's back in the headlines today,
Oh, is he
Pangy.
really? Hold on.
To give you a background, Armie Hammer was in a couple of movies and he's not a good guy.
No.
Oh.
Allegedly, two sides to a story. Let's play Blankety Blanks where I blank out one word and you guess what word I blanked out. Armie Hammer claims he's blank for cannibalism accusations.
Up for it? Is that one? That's not be one word, isn't
That's
it?
just one word.
No?
Armie Hammer claims he's blank for cannibalism accusations. Blankety blanks. Do, 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 do.
Furious.
Grateful.
What are you? He's grateful.
He actually said that.
He actually said that.
He's doubling down.
Yeah. Sam Pang, what a delight to see you.
Great to see you too.
You're the
Love
best.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Good afternoon. I hope you're enjoying your Friday. It's Jack with you. Unfortunately, Swanee is under the weather today, so I'm flying solo. She should be back with us live on Monday. Now, before we push on with the rest of the show, I need to bring up Swan's solo Euro Summer because if you weren't tuning in yesterday, you would have missed this.
Kate, what is that secret sound for a $10,000 solo Euro Summer?
So I think it's like your Cabana Lounge, Sun Lounge, and it's when you change the settings on the back.
Kate, you better call ahead and get special assistance at the airport because that is the secret sound.
Really?
Yes!
My daughter. Yes, sir.
You have won a $10,000 solo Euro Summer thanks to Flight Centre.
How elite is that? Another big congratulations to Kate. And hey, if you're still wanting to go on your own solo Euro Summer, head into Flight Centre. Family holiday, mates getaway, or solo adventure, Flight Centre has deals for everyone. Start your journey at flightcentre.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And we recently launched a brand new segment.
We have some questions.
Who does that?
Jack and I are weirdly aligned on human behaviour. And quite often we come up with exactly the same opinion about things. And we say, who does that?
There's no grey area with you or I.
No.
We are either in the same camp or like vehemently opposite each other with our opinions.
That's right. But equally curious.
Truth.
And we want to understand.
Yes.
We want to understand. Yesterday we were talking about camping. You and I do not like camping.
No.
But we are open to have our minds changed.
They weren't.
No, they weren't.
But we're open.
And also, full disclosure, there is nothing anyone can say about camping that makes it okay for us. But here is the birth of a new segment, Who Does That? And it sounds accusatory, I understand. But 13, 24, 10, if you are the sort of person that mixes snacks in a bowl, all right? Because we want to understand the thought process behind it. The reason this came up was there was some sort of celebration last week here at Nova.
Was it the Craven cart? You know how Marina pushes around the Craven cart?
Well, it's the Criven Crit.
Criven cart.
It's the Criven Crit.
CRVNCRT.
I would love to know why there's no vowels in there.
No.
I'd like to buy a vowel, as they say on
I've
the Wheel of
asked
Fortune.
the question because apparently on a number plate, that's all you can fit. So it's meant to be like it's a car going around the opposite thing.
See, this is the whole purpose of who does that, because you have seen Criven Crit and you've gone, who does that? And now you've got an
understand.
answer. So there was a little celebration, and, you know, this is a great place to work. There's always snacks. And there were open bowls of chips, right? And there was one bowl with sour cream and chive thins, which are, you know, superior, of course. But then in another bowl, there were crinkle cut chips and Cheezels.
Absolutely no.
In the same bowl.
Hard no.
And I saw it and I thought, why is this so, in the parlance of our time, why is this so triggering to me? And I remember the first time
why is it?
I remember the very first time I ever saw that, and I asked, who does that? I would have been 6 years old.
Okay.
I was at a 6-year-old birthday party in someone's garage from prep. And in one of those, you know, the timber bowls that were really popular? Yeah. In one of those timber bowls were barbecue chips.
Right.
Which are a very underrated flavour, by the way.
My mother's favourite.
Is really?
Yeah, mad for barbecue chips.
Barbecue chips. I'm in my chicken chips era at the moment.
Okay.
That's for another time. Barbecue chips and then Cheezels in it. And I remember looking at that and thinking, unless there are no other bowls in this house, which I know was not possible, my 6-year-old sensibilities were offended by the mixing of snacks, and they still are.
As they should be. It is cross-contamination.
There is no reason for it. There is another bowl somewhere.
Right?
Or like put them just on a paper towel.
Go full bogan. Keep them in the packet and just like slit the packet open.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
It's the Chrissy Swan Show, and we are currently in the middle of a brand new segment.
Who does that?
Who does that? What a great question. I feel like this is going to be a regular, Jack.
I hope so.
Because I'm genuinely curious as to who mixes party snacks in one bowl. Specifically, I'm talking crisps and a cheese snack. So, salt and vinegar chips in with a twisty.
Absolutely not. Like, it's so offensive to me.
Barbecue chips in with a Cheezle. Separate bowls, please.
Please. And do you know what's interesting, Swanee? On a cheese board, I'm happy to have all the different cheeses somewhat together because they sort of stay in their own. But there's something about a chip, you know what flavour you're after. Like, it's a very specific thought process when you're deciding the flavour of chip you would like to consume.
I agree.
So
Emmy?
Do not mix them.
Do you do this?
Hi, guys. So I actually mix chicken twisties with peanut M&Ms. But I draw the line at mixing two different chips together.
I'm sorry? Chicken, twisties, and peanut M&Ms.
Yes.
Do you not have two bowls in your house?
No, it goes well together. You have to try it.
No, it doesn't.
Chicken. Okay, I'm not satisfied. I don't feel like that goes. Having said that, I do like a square of chocolate and a pretzel, but I will put them together myself.
Yeah, externally, separate from the bowl. Emmy, we do appreciate you being honest, and for that, we're going to send you a $200 Minimax voucher.
Oh my God, you are so lucky. You could buy a bowl with that. Anne-Marie, please tell me, do you do this?
I did. You're not going to like me.
I do. I love you, but I don't want to eat your snacks.
Well, you probably will, because I actually mix all my nuts with a packet of chips.
All right, talk me through which nuts and which chips and why.
Well, I mix a trail mix, like, you know, the mixed nuts, like peanuts with all the different, like, nuts, there's almonds in it.
Yeah.
And nuts, all that one, the mixed one. And I put a packet of chips in there too. Like,
but Anne-Marie, it mixed up enough with the nuts? Isn't there enough variety in that bowl?
No, you need a bit of chips in it as well because you get a bit over the nuts.
Over the nuts.
What is
You need a bit of a crunch.
Yeah.
What is your vibe? Like if you turned up to somebody's party and there was a big bowl with chicken twisties and cheese twisties in the same bowl, what would you do?
I'd grab a handful and eat them.
So-
there's actually a packet now that's cheese twisties and chicken
I
flavour.
didn't know that.
Really? But wouldn't the
Yeah.
in the packet, doesn't the seasoning and flavour go all over each other and just cancel one another out?
Not really.
Also, Anne-Marie,
It
this is
does
very
mix it up a
personal.
bit.
But whereabouts in Queensland are you from?
Boona.
Oh, Boona.
Love it.
Good old Boona.
Anne-Marie, you have a $200 Minimax voucher, mate.
Oh, thanks.
Buy a bowl.
I like Anne-Marie.
You know what? I would be one of those annoying people at a party. I am one of those annoying people where if I was faced with chicken twisties and cheese twisties, I would pick out. And that's the other thing that you should avoid is fingers selecting. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And then you get dirty fingers. No.
and then if you're touching the chicken twisty to put in your palm, if that's your choice, then you've touched all the cheese ones around it. Heidi,
Yes?
talk to me.
Oh, you're definitely not going to like what I'm going to say.
Heidi, talk to me about this lucky dip concept.
I had to have everything in one bowl.
What do you mean by everything?
Run us through everything. Break down this everything.
I mean, like chicken chips, salt and vinegar, cheesels, pretzels, some peanuts, everything.
Okay, Heidi.
I can't decide.
No.
Clearly.
I can. We are sending you a $200 Minimax voucher. Please go and buy a set of 5 bowls, okay?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Swanee, unfortunately under the weather today. It's Jack with you. She did recently do something, though, that she was quite proud of.
I've cleared out some space in my belly bag. And, wow. I realised that at least 40% of the real estate around my waist was taken up by a huge wad of keys.
What else was in there? Run us through what else was in there.
I minimised them.
Swanee, I'm so proud of you for even getting an Apple AirTag. Like, you've come a long way from when we first met.
And you know, I mean, I can take you through it later, but they are very miraculous to,
Set up?
Yes.
Yeah, it's exciting.
What the hell?
I know, because it just detects your phone.
There's no battery in them.
Right?
You don't have to recharge. Anyway,
Do you know what
we can
I
talk
think?
about this later, yes.
We should all have, like, them in our cars to track if our car would ever be stolen.
That is
but then
a
I wonder whether the battery would go flat.
No, there's no battery in them.
I don't get that.
You can't charge them. Anyway, we digress.
We digress.
I have absolutely minimised my keys. You can see an Apple thing, a really nice little keychain, 1 key for my front door, and then my car key of me Toyota hybrid.
Yeah.
Right?
You can tell you live in a compound because that house key is a big key, Swanee. That must be a big door.
It is. Well, it's just a normal door, but anyway, this is what I took off.
Shameful.
So shameful. I do not know what any of them open. Mel, how many keys were on your key ring when you minimised?
I had about 10 keys. Half of them I didn't know what they were for. I think they were for previous houses, previous jobs.
Yes.
But I culled and got rid of them. Now I've got 4 and I've got an AirTag as well, which is great.
I mean, look at us, Mel. Look at us in the modern world. It is a miracle.
Yes. Lighter. Everything's a lot lighter. And I had a lot of, token key rings that, you put on your key ring if someone goes overseas, brings you back a key ring. But, they were looking tacky, so had to get rid of them as well.
How
so
good does it feel? I've got 2 on here that look like locker keys. I mean, they might have been on there since the 80s. Who
They're probably
knows?
from high school, Swanee.
I know, Tony. How many were on your keychain when you removed them because you didn't know what they opened?
Well, hi, guys. Well, it's not so much me, it's my daughter. I've learnt my lesson, but I look at hers and it is crazy. There's probably 6 keys, which is okay. but it's the bling that goes with it. It's a gym workout picking up her keys.
What's your take on keyring bling, Tony? Because if I'm honest, I think it's a little bogan.
I do too.
Yeah.
And it's really no good for your ignition block. That's how I learnt my lesson when I was
Yes,
younger.
I have heard that too. The weight of it is bad. Jack showed me his keyring in the song, and of course, absolute minimalism. It is just his car key. That's it.
There is no keyring. There's just the car key. And then for my apartment key, that just stays separate because it just looks ugly. Like, I feel like a woman named Jenny going around with everything jingling. And that noise does my head in.
Or like a prison warden. I quite like that though. Justine, how many keys were on your keychain?
Okay, well, it got to the point where I had a girlfriend that used to key shame me. She'd go, what the? Yep. And there was an intervention.
Really?
There was an intervention. She sat with me and she, what's this for? What's it? And I, probably 3/4. I had no idea. Little ones, big ones.
Yes.
But I never wanted to get rid of them just in case I came across something that needed unlocking. And one of those keys had been the keys.
How many do you think there were that she got?
20.
That's
20.
ridiculous.
Justine, that is
Yeah.
outrageous, but it makes me feel a lot
I
better
know.
because there's 9. There's 9 on my key ring that I mean, what do I do? Can I take them somewhere to get recycled? Because I do not need them.
But you might need them. I wonder if you will miss them.
No, I won't.
Let's really quickly finish with Carolyn. Carolyn, I think you're the record here.
Carolyn, what is going on your keychain?
Well, I culled before I moved house, Chrissy, and then when I moved in, the new owners, or the old owners, gave me a whole bunch of keys that I still to this day don't know what they're for. There's deadlocks and bolts and everything going on.
Give us a number, Carolyn. Give us a number.
There's 20.
Oh, my God.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Swanee will be back with us live on Monday.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
You know, I've been putting together a playlist and absolutely, like, without a word of a lie, the first song
Can I guess?
that got on there was what?
Midnight Sky.
Speaking of Miley Cyrus, I love her. She is looking so well since she decided that she doesn't like touring. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
It was obviously a very authentic decision for her to make.
And I reckon you're right, Swanee, in a sense, like, she looks well and lighter, because I can imagine that would have been a tough combo to have with her management, her label, to shut that down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A nightmare, but she did it, and she's looking fierce and confident and in her bones, you know. She sat down with David Letterman for his My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, and I was so interested to hear what her kind of dream life would be if she wasn't Miley Cyrus.
My perfect life would kind of be the synopsis of my TV show. Normal by day and a superstar by night. And one of my wishes is to travel the world anonymously, to be able to walk down and experience cities that I've been to, but I've been on tour. That would be my perfect life.
Can you imagine?
How cool.
Not having that capability every day.
Yeah, I know.
And it's over. There is not going to be a day
Ever.
for the rest of her life that she can just walk across the road, like I'm looking at a florist, walk across the road and grab a bunch of flowers.
Get a lemon and herb wrap from Nando's. Nah.
Not going to happen.
I do like in that, Swanee, though, that she still acknowledged she'd like to be a superstar by night.
Yeah.
Like, she still has that element of being Miley.
Well, it's weird. That's the synopsis for Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Office Goss. The juiciest office gossip.
That's a Reddit thread I like.
It's a Reddit thread. I love Reddit. Are you onto Cora Digest as well?
No.
Oh my God, I'll have to subscribe you. It's amazing.
Please. Is it another website?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
very like Reddit, but it's juicier, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. But this one is juiciest office gossip. What is your take, Jack, on office gossip as a thing?
Mad for it. Love it. Makes the days exciting and fun and spicy. Makes the time go, like, faster for people. And also, when you're at work 5 days a week, gossip keeps the world going around. You've got to engage in a bit of gossip. Not to anyone's harm or detriment, but you know what I mean.
I know. I'm funny with gossip.
Are you?
Yeah, I like to keep my nose out of it. I do. And even in my private life, like if I'm having a problem with someone, I don't say anything.
But we're so good at gossiping. You and I, even to get like putting us, like even you and I.
Do you and I gossip? I think we're just catching up, aren't we?
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.